Hey there, Zlatko here, the founder of Figarc. Let me show you how you can play with it. So Figarc is essentially a Figma library, and just like any Figma library, it has components, and all these can be accessed by first if you publish the library. So you will go to Assets panel, you will click this book icon, click Publish, and click Publish again. Alright. Now as the library being published, we have it in our Figma account. What I would do as a second step is import that library into my Figma Playground file. It's the 1.2 version, so I'm gonna add it to file. And you will see that now, actually I will turn it off so you can see it. We don't have any assets here, but as I click add to file, we have all the assets that we published from the library. Alright, so now what we can do, what I like to do first actually is any mainframe that I have selected, I would apply some kind of a color style, and I like to apply the background. I will show you why later. Another thing that I recommend that you do is set some kind of grid, and this grid could be either metric measurements or imperial. Imperial measurements are basically based on inches and foot. So this is an inch, this is a foot, 30 pixels. If I set this mainframe to metric, it's much easier. So basically 1 pixel is 1 centimeter, 100 pixels are 1 meter. You can also do something even better. You can set the big notch to some measurements that would be easier for you to arrange elements based on the grid that you will set. Alright, now that we have all these technical details sorted out, we can start playing with the components. So I have this living room area as empty, left as empty, that I can show you how you can populate it. And it's actually quite simple, quite intuitive. You just basically drag and drop any components. So let's start with a sofa. Almost all components have overrides, which means you can play with them. I would like to have my sofa a little larger. Then I'm gonna set some ottomans or puffs. There we have it. Maybe not tiny, maybe also average, because it's kinda in tune with the rest. Then can you guess what we are missing? I think we are missing some coffee tables. So I'm gonna put a coffee table. And as I mentioned previously, almost all components have overrides, and these overrides control different details on the component, which means you can turn on or off the coffees, maybe the laptop. Let's just leave the coffees for now. And let's finish this off with a media unit, which we can place it right here. And by the way, you will notice that many of the components, you can stretch them as you like. Not all of them, but the simpler ones are much easier to stretch. If I stretch the sofa, it's gonna, well, it's not really working. That's because it's very complex, so I would advise to change the sizing by the overrides. As for the rest, you can stretch them as much as you like. And another cool trick is that you can change the theme. And I might be biased, but Miyazaki theme is my favorite because it has all the colors. But if you need to focus on the function, not the form, you can just use a more architectural drawing, like a white print or blueprint for that matter. So that's it.